You got to take this song and take it to your friend John Cash. He's saying this to Arlo, and he's telling good. And both Arlo and Steve are sitting there, and they're both kind of sheepish, you know. Arlo loves to tell this story from the stage and embellish it a bit, you know. I mean, Goodman said, "Look, all I want to do is play you one song," and Arlo from the stage says, "Songs? I hate songs. I don't want to hear songs." And what Arlo told me when I interviewed him was that he said, "I probably make it out that I was much more of a butthead than I really was. But Steve Goodman was just a little guy with a song." He says, "There's thousands of little guys." And Arlo was not a mainstream artist. He was kind of on the fringe. I mean, Alice's Restaurant was well known in the counterculture, and so was Arlo's role in the movie Woodstock. But he was not mainstream at all. Still, he had a lot of people wanting to hear his stuff. And then as Arlo tells the story, he says, "All right, I'll tell you what, you buy me a beer, and as long as that beer lasts, you can do anything that you want." And then his punchline is always warmly received. He says, "And that was one of the finer beers of my life." Now, Arlo took a lead sheet and a tape from Goodman that night home of City of New Orleans. And he liked the song, but he didn't do anything with it for at least 6-8 months. He set the lead sheet on the piano at home in Massachusetts, and then he went back out on the road again. So there was a period of gestation, you might call it, and during this time, Goodman recorded his own version for his own first album that was instigated by that Paul Anka connection.
And then all of a sudden, Steve, because of his leukemia, starts worrying about time.
Oh, yes. I mean, like anybody would be, he was furious about the diagnosis. It's sort of the why me thing, and he went through a period of that. But he also decided right away what his priorities were. He was going to a second college, Lake Forest College, north of Chicago. Very liberal college, and he was kind of getting into politics. He might have become a political science teacher kind of thing. But as soon as the diagnosis came, he quit school, and music was it. Mm-hmm. And so anything he could do to make music and make a mark on this world before he died was what he was all about.